Hello, and welcome back to the Outerworlds. I know this is a really weird sort of spot. Basically, the game crashed partway through. You didn't miss much, less than 8 minutes. But we're fighting Monarch Industries, and we're supporting the Iconoclasts in their war. I'm going to kind of skip the initial flashback for now. We'll get to that once the fighting's over. Because I think this saved. Yeah, this saved just after all the fighting. So you missed the fighting, unfortunately. But it overwrote the last autosave, unfortunately, when the game crashed. So sorry. I mean, it was just a slaughter. Most of these kills are mine. Well, didn't lose all the fighting at least.
Preparing to neutralize and sanitize.
That's a lag.
Unit's performance evaluation is sterling. Waste of company ammo. Dirt alert! Dirt alert! Body bag required. Complete.
Alright, now I'm over encumbered. That's an easy fix, though.
What? Congratulations, customer. Your SAM unit is performing at peak capacity. Mean and ready to kill germs.
Sorry, Sanjay. But you should have never went to fight along with the troops. You should have stayed holed up in your office. Never should have gone outside me. Sorry. But this was necessary. I liked him too. I really did. But war is war and war is hell, and I do what I do for the colony as a whole. I was trying to avoid this, I really was. I thought by taking on the board directly the game would just snap end, but I guess not.
I thought this would be easier. Sanjar's death is surprisingly heavy on my conscience after all this time. But I mustn't let that distract me from our victory.
You can thank me by saving the colony from the board.
And save it we shall. With every step we take forward, the board's time dwindles.
What are we gonna do
For
now?
the moment, we will recuperate.
Sorrow. Bitter, bitter sorrow. A victory, but a bittersweet one. We lost an ally against the board today. Because you idiots refused to work together. But I had to pick a side, and so I did. As I said, we do what is necessary. No, that's way better. And now I want to sell that.
Hey,
Yeah, because you can't swap it out for plasma anyway, so you know, that's trash. Well, it's going to Phineas, I guess. No rest for the depraved. Monarch's legal claim leads to their inevitable demise. Again, I love these because you can see the bones, the organs. It's perfect.
We're not used to outside help around here.
And it looks like
Laws. Can a man enjoy
I mean,
You ever think about what goes on in a marauder's head?
it seems like life for the average person hasn't changed too terribly much. So don't feel too terribly bad about my decision, but I still don't feel good about it. I bet that guard got killed when I stole the poster from him. But as I said, sacrifices. I can at least feel good that I spared that scientist, and I still got access to kill the board member. To the adjutant.
Huh? Oh, I am alert. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? Goodbye. We've arrived at Phineas's orbital lab.
This is uncharted territory for me. I never did this
Take
path.
someone to watch.
I hope my decision to sabotage it didn't cause problems. Because it was just to double agent, double cross the board. It's all that was to get to them early, to expose them to weakness.
You. I'd clap you on the shoulder if I weren't behind a wall of bulletproof glass. I don't know how you did it, but Hiram Blythe just sent me everything I needed. According to Hiram's message, Minister Clark has ordered a suspicious amount of dimethyl sulfoxide. It's almost as if he's hoarding the colony's remaining supply.
Well, considering I killed him.
Typical elitist. Hoarding supplies during a time of scarcity. So, good news. Aloysius Clark, Minister of Earth. Virtually every colony requires the Clark is complicit in every one of the board's crimes.
I mean, I was just about to kill him, so...
Ah, yes, the details. I'm not about to ask you to rampage through Byzantium
already
trading
did
bullets
that.
with the board's agents.
We'll
have
that.
to resort to subterfuge. Carmen Imagawa. She's my contact. I'm giving you my... Remember, you're looking for...
I really wish there was a spot where you could basically tell them that you already went and killed them all. It's like, yeah, no, Phineas, I literally rampaged through Byzantium and killed all the board's guards. That's a flaw. The rest of this game is so finely polished, depending on what's like. I guess they never really planned for that particular eventuality, I suppose. I guess I was a little too clever.
Not today, Sam. I am not in the mood for a deep clean. Oh, all right. Some culprit who shall not be named spilled Rizzo's lemon slap on my console.
Every Sam unit comes lean, mean, and ready to clean. Thank you, customer. Sam, merciless on...
Merciless on germs and other things. Fucking devastating. So...
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
And now I have access.
I've done plenty of smuggling runs, but this
Look, I already killed all of them. It's fine. Like, yes, we have a different landing pad. Yes, we have a different access to a different part of the city. Doesn't matter. I already went through and fucked up all of the board members. So, with that in mind... Really looking cool.
Do you mind? I'm meeting someone.
I believe I'm the one you're sending.
Oh. You mean I'm supposed to be meeting you? Yeah, you're looking to make contact with Minister... I should warn you, it won't be
Which
easy.
I already raided his estate.
What is...
When they die off, it's a sense something's wrong.
Exactly. I started thinking about everything we see. For starters, you rarely come across anyone living in Byzantium who wasn't born here. Doesn't that... And then there's the way nothing gets fixed. There used to be a suggestion box around here. Sure, that part is. That's why they installed... But one day the shredder broke. No one came to fix it. And since it wasn't working, we didn't... At first, management put up an out-of-order sign. But they eventually took the whole suggestion box sign, but they never fixed it. Except that's not how they go. At least, the whole episode made me wonder. After a while, I got connected. Afraid not.
But why do I still have to talk to... Oh no, it redirected. Okay, that's fine. I can get into these states.
On the job!
Who's done?
Job classification. Flawlessly finished.
Agreed. Well, now I know why I couldn't talk to Mr. Clark. Because I would have broken the game. But, considering the fact that I've already broken into his house, at least once before, this is the slummy part of town.
What?
think I just started a riot. Technically. Or they're running away in terror because I just killed all the guards. That's also a fairly decent possibility. Don't worry, civilians. I'm not here to hurt you. You're civilians. You're just regular people. I'm just here to take care of the guards. Now, I have a feeling that I perhaps might have broken the game at this point because I can't get into the frickin', I can't open the door. And it says it requires document codes, but I don't have codes. I guess I could go back the long way. Yeah, this'll work. TNL. I didn't see that marked on the side there until now. Oh, right.
Anti-Cleo's level head. Feeling a little off balance?
Did you...
Nothing wrong with stability. It means everything's running like...
Did you two fools just not see the massive slaughter that occurred in the streets?
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Want to be famous?
I think I already am, but sure.
Kid, you got presents. Nah. Tell you what. Listen, fresh, natural talent. Listen, you got a real special... I'm making a feature. Space Pirates of Moros Prime.
No job is too great.
That's a unique model there. So what do you say?
Sure.
Terrific. We're holding auditions.
Here's the problem. I'm already wanted pretty freaking badly here.
That episode from a few weeks ago was supposedly based on a real incident.
So, yeah. Like, I'm the guy that everybody wants dead. Like, I'm sure you don't want me to start. Like, there's still the corpses.
Oh, for the good old days when you...
But, you know, I'm not gonna movie star. If I'd done this a different way, then I totally would, but... Alright, get to break back into his estate. It's like it's such a pity that you couldn't just steal the canisters previously. That'd have been so good. Just be like, oh, well, I already got the canisters. And be like, wait, what? I probably could have. Nope, because he wasn't here last time.
Take out the trash. Sam, putting trash in...
Yeah, because I was in this room and he wasn't here. So he didn't spawn until then. That's another little clever thing that they did, as far as making none of the PCs essential. He wasn't home at the time, and he decided to come back to his home despite his entire entourage being murdered. But I feel like if they had like a bigger budget when they were making this, they could have made it like absolutely top. Not that it isn't already absolutely top, but they could have just made it pure perfection. It's already pretty close to that, but not quite. But I have the access card, and I know exactly where to use it at the Adjutant's tower. And I'm learning what all these little areas are. Which this means I didn't have to pay that money either. Like, yes, I wouldn't get access to the best stuff until the end of the game, but I mean, that's not that big of a deal, to be totally honest. Which means I guess you wouldn't fail. I'm wondering what the alternative to not having the nav key is. But I mean, I was basically done. This might be the last episode. Might legitimately be the last episode because I mean, I don't know what happens next. I mean, the man's dead. Dude, Juden's dead. I mean, the only guy that's not dead is the chairman himself, but he doesn't ever come on planet.
Disorder detected. Minimal.
Good afternoon. I'm Chairman Rockwell, and I'm here to address a serious issue facing us. As you all know, our colony has been successful beyond our wildest dreams. Unfortunately, we've recently discovered that our food supply will not be able to sustain Halcyon's population in the long term. Everyone will die. Everyone will slowly stop living from malnutrition. But we're doing it together, and that's what matters. I fucking swear, if someone doesn't give me something to read that will placate the masses soon, all of you will find yourselves violently unemployed.
I love this so much.
But I can assure you there's nothing to fear. We've got a solution. It's called the Lifetime Employment Program. We will freeze most of the colony to preserve resources, while the best and brightest of Byzantium continue living in prosperity. Look, you idiots! How many times do I have to tell you we can't say shit like that? Fire whoever wrote this! While Halcyon's brightest minds solve the problem of our nutritional shortage, the rest of the colony will be placed in suspended animation. Individuals will be revived on a rotating basis so that every Halcyonite can be part of the important work of saving our colony. By testing paperweights. Sorry, couldn't resist. Let's go again. And someday, in the not-too-distant future when we've solved this crisis, we'll all be back together again working for the good of Halcyon. Until then, the board shall provide for the deserving just as it always has. So, obey your supervisors, take your vitamins, follow your corporate-mandated grooming rituals, and rest assured with the board on your side, there is nothing to worry about.
That's concerning. That's extremely concerning. And I don't have 100 hack, which is a little annoying. But, you know.
And that explains the diet toothpaste. Whole colony dying from food shortage.
Makes me wonder what Phineas's plan is, though. I mean, I don't know how he's gonna fix this. But I'll just keep having my faith in the good doctor. See what happens. So I guess I go to the ministry. All right.
Toxin neutralized.
Everyone should just surrender, otherwise they die. And I never did pick for mimics, which is kind of annoying. Oh, I did. Okay. So the question is inherently, where is this particular location?
Hey, did Tillman get transferred or something?
That's right. You weren't here when it happened. Some UDL officers took him into custody.
Oh, law, what did they take him for?
UDL's been questioning anybody with possible connections to Phineas Wells. And, well, Tillman designed all those wanted posters.
So UDL's interrogating Tillman? Ugh, that's disgusting. Can't believe I had lunch with the guy.
Hello. So. Somewhere in the lower levels, more than likely. Probably some sort of secret elevator. Like right here. That I somehow completely missed the first time. Dimethyl sulfoxide. Oh. Conde is dead, so...
Not so fast!
Hey, you!
No visitors allowed, citizen. I'm going.
You'd better show some identification if real fast if you want to keep your kneecaps.
What? That's what I asked you.
Except you sounded like a wimp, so some teeth next time.
Now you really.
Well, there's, not the way in. So I'm trying to be... But there's no... Fuck. Can I... It's out to here. I mean, that works. I suppose.
Something I saw nothing, right? Help yourself to whatever you want.
Now.
What dirty? Clean up the competition. Mega messy.
I guess so.
Sam cleans it up.
Alright, okay. So we have 3 lines. We have blue. Yellow.
Hey! Stop that! Don't! Please don't hurt me! Don't hurt me! Oh, no! Don't hurt me! I don't want to die! I don't want to die!
Oh, different elevators. Interesting.
Please! I don't want to die!
There we go. A little bit of creativity. Transfer to cancel. Okay, further information. Yeah, I'm not gonna kill innocent people. I could have taken the whole canister, but I'm not gonna do that. You can't face trouble when you're hostiles. Whatever. I'll just go to the ship manually.
All right, how does this sound?
Oh, there's still a guard left.
Huh? My tip.
Scoured with prejudice. Body bag required.
Alrighty.
Try anti-clear.
Down there, a new ship. Doesn't look like any of the corporate freighters.
But what would they be doing here? And how did they ever get permission to land?
There we go. Now I can fast travel. Bad guy's too close to shoot. Just pull out a shotgun. Or just ignore that completely and blow it in pieces. That also works.
Sam, my vacuum tubes require evacuating. No, not those. The ones in port. Yes, there. Thank you. And while you're at it, could you switch my binaries to that? Exactly. I haven't felt this clean and efficient since Captain Hawthorne installed my subalternate auxiliary backup processor. We've arrived at Phineas's orbital lab.
I still have no idea what Olympus, Tartarus, and Typhon are for, much less Iridanos.
You killed the adjutant? We are outlaws in the truest sense of the word now.
It's like, yeah, I killed the adjutant. I thought we were, you know, taking down the board.
Busy in your absence, optimized my formula. I'm now confident I can revive the remaining colonists. All I need now is the dimethyl sulfoxide. What? Oh, yes, well, that's obvious. Anyone with 2 working labs can see this colony's slouching toward oblivion. Why do you think we've been doing all this?
The chairman is planning on freezing every worker in Halcyon.
Oh, hold on. Let me see if I understand this correctly. You're saying that Halcyon's on the brink of total collapse? And the chairman's plan to save all of us is to save himself? I always knew Halcyon was heading toward a systems collapse, but I never imagined we were already there. The board made this crisis, and now they want to solve it by freezing the rest of us? That's not a plan. That's a goddamn escape clause. That makes 2 things we don't have. Time and chemicals to revive the other settlers. None of this was supposed to happen. I was supposed to revive the Hope's colonists. We were supposed to have enough time to solve the problem before we all starved.
I found the chemicals, though. they're testing on human subjects.
Human test subjects? Oh, that's grotesque. That's unthinkable. That's exactly what I'd expect out of the board.
These are the only chemicals I could get. Any more, and I would have killed the subjects.
Damn, that's not enough. Not nearly enough for the whole ship. I could revive a handful of settlers. Maybe, possibly, 10. We're out of time. We're out of chemicals. We may very well be out of options. If the board has their way, we're all going to be spending the rest of our lives frozen in stasis.
Not if I killed them all first.
Do you realize what this means for the Hope? For your fellow colonists? The board's going to kill them all. Toss them out into space, just to make room in their hibernation chambers.
We need to think about this. There has to be something we can do.
Short of lining up every member of the board and shooting them in the back of the head. Do you know what's waiting for us on the Hope? Scientists, engineers, artists, the brightest minds Earth ever sent us, uncorrupted by the board. The board's going to dispose of them all and transform the Hope into a prison for the rest of us. They're likely on their way to the Hope. We need to get to those colonists before the board. I have enough chemicals to start.
There's a way. It's not exactly safe, but we could skip the Hope into the system. You know.
Merciful gibbering law! You're a genius!
Yep.
We bring the Hope to us. Skip the entire ship across the distance of colony space, right next to my lab.
The Hope's probably damaged. We'll have to route power from the Unreliable.
Yes, exactly. You're a step ahead of me, but I perceive the shape of your plan. If we link up the Hope to the Unreliable, then use your navigational computer to calculate a reasonably safe vector, we can skip the entire colony ship into...
Experimental methods for killing noxious life forms are not covered under this unit's limited liability agreement.
You'll need to switch on the Hope's auxiliary power using the Unreliable. Then head to the bridge. Once you've skipped the Hope next to my lab, I'll have...
Got it.
I know you're wondering why I'm doing all this. Why I believe the people on the Hope are the answer to the colony's problems.
A little bit.
The Hope is carrying some of humanity's most. The board would have us believe Halcyon is...
Is there some reason you're hiding behind bulletproof glass?
Oh, it's not you. I do experiments in that room. Some of them get quite... science. Regardless, it's quite comfortable in here, you know. Certainly.
What about the Hope? Just so we're clear, you know skip drives aren't supposed to be used like this.
Skip drives were never designed to be used within a system, but I skipped my ship across Halcyon when I rescued you, and that turned out fine, mostly. That is, I ruined my ship and nearly killed myself in the process, but the maneuver was well within acceptable margins of risk. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
You don't seem so confident. People aren't going to notice a giant colony ship slamming into the rings of Terra 2?
Unlikely. The Hope is as massive as the Groundbreaker, but compared to the rings of Terra 2, positively minuscule. The board might notice, possibly.
Depending on how far their heads aren't up their ass.
It wouldn't surprise me. When I pulled you out of the Hope, the board nearly intercepted me.
Well. The board is absolutely not a threat to me at this point. Hell, I don't think anything is. How tough am I? 56, 53. I have... H 4,000 HP. Salvager only on foot. The boulder completely repulsed. Monarch's nervous. The Iconoclast and the Groundbreaker are hearing. Anti-Cleo's angry, and Deserter and Spacer Choice are here. So I made a lot of good friends. Time for the finale, I suppose.
Captain, I hope Dr. Wells has not dragged you into one of his irrational schemes again. My diagnosis of his mental stability is not flattering.
I'm inclined to agree, but we're gonna run into this next time. The finale of the Outer Worlds. I'll see you then.